Welcome to the Talk It Out Show. I'm your host, Joanne. We would like to let you know that this show is for entertainment purposes only. If you want to look us up on Facebook or Twitter, look us up on Talk It Out Show. If you want to email us any of your questions, go ahead and email us at talkitoutshow@gmail.com. Now, if you need to physically send any of your questions to us, go ahead and send it to our P.O. Box at P.O. Box 901043, Portland, Oregon 97290. All right, we want to thank you so much for tuning in. Please hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification. I want to introduce those lovely ladies to you on my panel, Lydia.
Hello, everyone.
And we have our lovely Lauren.
Hi, everybody.
We want to thank you so much for being here. Again, like I said, happy Friday. It's my birthday weekend, so I'm excited about that, even though it's raining in Portland, Oregon, as usual. So we want to help somebody out there, you guys. This is a doozy. So I want to see what y'all say. So I'm an unhappy married woman. I really hate my husband so much. I need to get away from him, but he won't let me go. He's the only man I've been with sexually. We have 2 boys together, no outside kids. He's very mean, not caring, and doesn't know how to talk to me. And he's got our boys being the same way towards me. My 9-year-old calls me bitches when he gets mad, and he doesn't do anything about it, but blames me. He also fights me, and still my husband doesn't do anything about it when I tell him. He's a truck driver, so he's on the road most of the time, and I'm just done with him. I knew I didn't want to marry him, but I did it anyways. We don't have sex because I don't want to, and before we stopped having sex, I used to take bleach baths after we were done, and sometimes I went days without taking a bath, so he wouldn't touch me. Now, I won't even touch him or sleep in the same bed as him. He didn't even tell me Happy Mother's Day. He never celebrates any holidays with me. Sometimes I think of just killing myself to get away from him. I wish I never knew him, but he's not a cheater. He has a six-figure job. He just doesn't know how to be a husband, and he lets our boys disrespect me. I just need help. And when he's home, I sit in the bathroom most of the day.
Wow.
Yeah, that's it.
Wow. Well, I'm going to just say right now, you're married. You got married and you shouldn't have got married. That's how it looks. That's how you basically explaining it. That you got married and you really shouldn't have got married. Mm-hmm. Which is, I think it's understandable. I get it. I got married when I shouldn't have got married either. But if you feel like you want to kill yourself to get out of it, I say just get out of the marriage. The 6-figure income.
That ain't doing nothing.
That ain't doing it. And I know a lot of times as women we go, well, I think we're going to have to fight for our kids. And we're going to have to do this. And we're going to have to do that. And I'm going to honestly say, and this is going to be a problem, you're going to be mad. Mm-hmm. Leave him with the kids. You give visitation. If he takes my
how can he live with the kids? He's a truck driver. He's gone all the time.
Well, you take the kids, get joint custody. Because most women go, I don't want to leave my kids.
Yeah, but the thing about it, I see what you're saying, though.
And the kids don't respect you, and they don't do anything. Leave them with the daddy. Because then the daddy can have to, then what makes it happen is he's going to have to take on the responsibility for your children. Yes. And he's going to have to start stepping in and doing the things that you've been asking him to do. Mm. He knows you're not going anywhere because you're worried about his 6-figure income. The reason I know you're worried about the 6-figure income is because you told us. That has nothing to do with the relationship. That has nothing to do with anything else. But you made sure to make an effort to tell us about your 6-figure income. Mm-hmm. And so those are things that I'm going to say that you need to work on.
Is getting, oh shit. Hold on, I didn't move the camera.
Oh shit. Corey, I feel sorry for him.
Oh, that's fine. Oh, he's on that area.
Yep.
Oh, that be right. All right. And then once you come back, we gotta change again. Okay. All right. So, well, I don't really have a lot to say. My thing is I totally agree with what Lydia is saying because of the fact that it's gone so far to where you're saying you want to kill yourself. You don't want to be. I've been there. I know how it is. Like, I'm that way sometimes with my dang kids. Like, I'll be like, I'm trying to escape. Let me get away. I see what you're saying. Like, you're in the bathroom. You just try because you want some peace. You don't want to have that.
Well, the kids are disrespecting her.
Right. So
they're calling her bitches and they're hitting her, and the daddy ain't doing nothing.
No.
And so my thing is, and I'm not saying you don't love your kids by leaving them. I'm just saying
they gotta be taught how to respect her. So
yes,
she gonna have to be gone. It's almost like they say you don't miss the water to the well when it's dry type thing. So when you go, oh well, my mom's not here.
But I mean, if you can take your kids, take your kids. But a lot of reasons the women say the 6-figure income is they don't know how to be able to take care of themselves without the money, or he's able to get a lawyer to take the kids. And I'm like, let him take the kids because if he's the one financially supplying income for you,
right.
You can be like, I'm getting alimony.
Right.
And what are you going to do? Take the alimony that you get? That's fine. Take the alimony because you're going to have to get a job. Mm-hmm. You can get joint custody. Mm-hmm. You can. These are things that you can fight for. But in reality, I don't want that to be the reason why you stay with him and being miserable. Because even though, right. And even though he might not be abusing you right now, he's allowing the kids to abuse you, which sooner or later might mean he will. It might not. It might be. I don't know. I'm just telling you from the outside looking in.
And it seems like he's verbally. He's just not. He's not physically. I think he's even verbally.
No, he's verbal. But what I'm saying at the same thing is, if the kids is allowed to beat her, you don't think one day he's going to want to hit her?
Yeah, that's true.
And that's what I'm saying. And I'm like, you want to take yourself out of that predicament of the relationship.
Yeah, so I do believe that I mean, I don't know. I think when you ever you reach that low, unless now, well, first of all, the kids just period. They got to be dealt with. Period.
Yes.
I think you need to. I think you would be able to deal with the kids. I think it's just the fact that you're feeling so low about yourself right now.
Yeah.
If you get yourself together and feel strong and get stronger yourself, you can deal with them kids. You can deal with them yourself, and then now. Oh, now we got this. Now that would be something that you. All right. So what I'm saying is, you can get yourself together, get yourself strong enough, because right now it's almost like you're just this mentally beat down. You're mentally beat down. You don't feel good about yourself. You're talking about you want to kill yourself, this and that. And when he's around, you're staying in the bathroom. You don't want to. You just don't want to be. You just feel like nothing. So when you get yourself mentally right, you can handle them kids. You can deal with that. No, you're not going to be disrespecting me. You can put your foot down, and so that's going to be a decision that you're going to have to make when you decide if you want to decide to leave him or whatever, and you can take the kids or not. Now, if you ain't strong like that, like Lydia says, then you might as well go ahead and let him take the kids because he's allowing them to be so disrespectful. And if you don't have the strength enough to go look, put your foot down, and be like you're not gonna be doing that to me. You're not. You know what I mean? Get some discipline in there. Do what you need to do. Take away because these kids they in electronics. Take all that away. Do what you need to do. They
when
no
you move out because I guarantee you, while she's living with him, that she's not able to do that.
Amen. I was getting ready to say that.
I allow them to be.
I heard that. Yeah. Before I left, I wanted to say that so bad. Get out. What was that from? Get out!
She gotta get out on her
mind.
Yeah.
No, because really, nobody's respecting you in that house, and you putting your foot down, and when he's undermining you, you have to leave him and the kids for a while. Don't take them, because see, he has to respect them, and when they come over to you, and they can come and visit you and stuff like that, but then when they come over to you, you can say, this is a new day. You ain't talking to me like that. Exactly, and the minute they say, well, get that H out of here and go back to your daddy. Yeah. Then that's what I would do. I would do it just like that. Not that you don't love them and all that kind of stuff, but if everybody comes back over to where you are at, well, he's coming right back over there. So no matter where you go, you're not leaving anything. Just get out, just for a second, and then talk to them. Say, kids, or you can talk to them. I'm not taking this mess and blah blah blah. You can come with me, or you can stay here with your daddy. But I'm out of here. I'm just sitting. And if you cuss me, you say one more darn word. You coming right back over here. You can do it that way, because I don't want them to feel abandoned or anything. But I'm just saying, you need to really heal for yourself. You need to get yourself together.
Yeah.
And you won't be able to do that around a lot of people. And so if you have your abusers there, you can't stand up. So when you're by yourself, you get stronger and stronger because you can make yourself there.
If she took her kids, she would have rules, and there's nobody there to undermine what she's saying.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's, I think, where her problem is with him, is that he's undermining. If she's grounding, no,
How old are the kids?
I don't know.
I don't think they said.
If they're young kids, fine, yeah.
But they beating her, so I'm thinking.
They
The
hit her?
9-year-old is the one calling her the beat and
And wait a minute, and they hitting her?
Yeah.
And you allowing them to hit them?
She can't stop it
He's
because
allowing them to.
Oh, well, yeah, you can take that little snot with you, and then when he puts his hands up, honey, show him tomorrow.
Show him tomorrow today.
Show him tomorrow.
That he's a visionary.
Yeah, give him vision.
So we can say that we all agree, because even when Lauren wasn't here, these are things that we already said, not as in depth and as well as she said it, but we all agree that you need to get out.
Yeah. But I do have a question for you guys, because it's and kind of like almost, I think it's like to Lauren more so, because I'm thinking, you know how when you guys said she needed to get out and everything, do you feel like if she gets out and she gets this strength and this and that, do you feel that the strength is only to give, to raise the kids and things like that? Should she be completely done? Because you know how a lot of times men will change if you're gone. Like
she'll have the strength. She'll have the strength to.
You think he can change, Mason?
Wait a minute. Well, all men change to the point of maybe not with her. But maybe if he loves her enough, maybe with her. But yeah, all men change. Because see, what he is with her, he's not going to be with somebody else. Somebody else can come over there and they call him and they look, I ain't taking that. Slap him upside his head and move and leave. He's going to stop for a while. But she needs the strength enough to stand up to him. So when he says such and such so and be, she can say, boy, get out of here. Now, I don't need this. He doesn't respect her. And I hate to say this, though. People only remember you the way you are now. So even like later on, some people, when they get back together with you, they still think of you as the other person. They just think, well, I'll just hurry up and get her back to the way. I'll be really nice, and then she'll be back to the way that she was. Yeah. And then they'll go back into their norms
or whatever.
So what you need to do is have a mind change.
Yeah.
And this is again where self-care,
absolutely,
starting to love yourself and appreciate yourself, so you can know your worth.
Yeah.
Because right now you don't know your worth. That's why you're taking it from everybody. All the abuse from your husband to your kids, even though your husband might not be physically abusing you. He is verbally and emotionally abusing you. So you need to be, when you get out, don't just get out so he can come back and get you back in. Get out with a new mindset where he's going to have to earn your trust, earn that relationship back with you, because it's not going to be simple to get you back, because your mindset should be, I'm ready to leave, and that means we are not going to be together. Not one day we might get back together. No, we are not going to be together.
So this is what I had a question, and this actually I'm glad that this happened, because it was kind of directed toward. I want to direct this towards you, and the same thing of regards. It's basically in lieu of this question. Basically, there's another person who said, "How do you get over the feeling unwanted?" And I feel that this person in the situation is feeling the same way, and I think that you because you're like, to me, like that affirmation queen to me or whatever, please give this person and that other person some advice on what they like, basically the journey to getting to where we can feel like that, feeling unwanted. Because I think when we do feel unwanted, then that's what allows us to get into situations where people are able to abuse us, take advantage of us, allowing these things that we're seeing, like, how are you allowing these people to do this? That's what happens. It has to do with something inside.
Okay, so I totally understand what you're saying, and I agree with people feeling this. The first thing we have to understand is nobody defines us except for who we are. Now, if you believe in God, as we do sitting here, He created us. Mm-hmm. So He wonderfully made us and created us. So think about this as you have kids. they're created, or if you have nieces and nephews or whatever, they're created, and you think they're the most beautiful creatures in the world, they're just perfect.
Yep.
And if somebody came over and said your kid is ugly, whatever, you're ready to defend them with all your might and soul. Like you ready, you might even beat them up, shoot them, whatever. So you have to have that same energy with yourself. So just like you tell your kids or your nieces or your nephews or your grandchildren, whatever you have, any kids that's around that you give positive affirmation to constantly, you need to do it to yourself as well. I love me. You know what I mean? So I look at myself every morning. Because I have lots of insecurities and doubt. I'm a plus size woman. And even though it doesn't affect me like most plus size women, it can affect me. When I'm going grocery shopping, I can't wear the clothes that I want to wear. Or if I want to wear a cute something and I can't wear it. There's some things that affect me. So I have to look in the mirror and I go, Lydia, you're wonderful. And nobody can be you. So you go out there and you have a smile on your face. You embrace the world with all you can, no matter what. Then I stand there and I'm going to tell you, I'm naked. And I said, those fat rolls are yours. And nobody got a fat roll like you. Love yourself. And when you slowly lose that fat roll, enjoy every ounce of it. Don't just be thinking you're better now because you lost the fat roll. You were better when you were big and you're better when you're small. The difference is you're healthier. Love yourself, embrace yourself, hug yourself. Enjoy who you are. Whatever you want to do, you're writing that book, you write that book, and don't let nobody stop you from doing it. You want to do something, don't let nobody stop you from doing it. Because what happens is you have a mindset to do something, and then everybody's going to tell you that, oh, it's not going to work. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't trust that person. You shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do that. That's not the concern. Thank you for your advice, but you're telling you, I'm doing it because this is what I want to do. Because you have to understand you need to learn how to do things that you want to do and love yourself from doing those things. And just because you're married, just because you're a mother, just because you're a daughter, your friend, your sister, brother, whatever you are, does not change any of these things. You need to always tell yourself that. And I think when you're first starting off, every time you see a mirror, if you're on your phone and you're doing a Marco Polo or a house party or Facebook Live or anything, before you go in there, you need to give yourself positive affirmation, because best believe there's going to be somebody who's going to say something negative to you. And you have to be able to eliminate that, because it's not anybody's job. And I say it with authority. It's not anybody's job to lift you up. It's not anybody's job to make you feel better. It's not anybody's job to make you see the world the way it is. It's not anybody's job to go, Joanne, you're beautiful. Joanne needs to say it. It's a compliment when it comes to you and somebody goes, Joanne, you're beautiful. Then you go, oh, thank you. But you already knew that inside because you've been telling yourself. And this is the thing right here is a key, and I hold it dear to my heart. I hate. Write this down. Lydia hates. We should have a whole Lydia hates.
Lydia hates.
Because Lydia hates a lot of stuff. So this is one of Lydia hates. But this is the number one thing Lydia hates. Lydia hates when somebody... I forgot what Lydia hates. Hold on.
Oh.
I have so many things when I thought...
The brain fart.
What was I saying before then?
Loving yourself and... I don't know. Self-affirmation. Loving yourself.
Okay, here we go. I've got another. I have hundreds.
She has a lot of Lydia hates.
But I just want to get that one. But Lydia hates when you feel that somebody else owes you something. I hate that. No, they don't owe me, Lydia, you're beautiful. Lydia, thank you for giving me this. Lydia, thank you for that. They don't owe you anything.
Oh, we were talking about how when you get on in live or whatever or something, and someone's rude, we have to feel good enough about ourselves so that it doesn't bother us when someone says something rude. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because and that's what it said too. Yeah. It's like you gotta understand there's always gonna be somebody that has something else to say. And sometimes they're dragging you down because either they think you shouldn't be big, or they think you shouldn't be dark or light or long hair, short hair, or they think you shouldn't be this. But my thing is, if you are working off of what somebody else thinks, you're wrong. You're wrong. you're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe if you don't give yourself affirmation that's what it is. Figure it out.
Okay.
What my number one hate is why, because I almost got tons of number one.
Yeah.
But Lydia hates this thing right here where we have to sit here and why does it keep leaving me?
She had it. Oh Lord. Oh, it's cracking me up.
Sorry, Eli, you're gonna do a lot of editing. Okay, so we're talking about
Oh my God, this is funny.
people gonna say
I can't
negative
get in the
things
brain,
about you.
so I don't know.
Yeah, things people gonna they're gonna talk negative about
Yes.
you. I'm just rambling, Eli, just rambling. People gonna talk about you. People gonna say hurtful things to you. That's their job. That's what they're coming out to do.
Mm-hmm.
Some people are doing it because they think, oh, I should tell you, you should lose weight. That's going to help you. Like, you don't know that you're overweight, that you haven't even tried or anything like that. There's so much where people are feeling they want to help you. And my thing is you have to be able to understand and help yourself. Lydia hates that you are looking for somebody else to complete you.
To validate you?
To validate, to complete you, to whatever. So here it goes. When you say, I can't give myself a positive affirmation, this is the one, number one hit. When you can't give yourself a positive affirmation because you say, I'm lying to myself. I don't think this about myself. I don't think
feel
I'm
that
weird.
way about.
And so that'd be fake if I said it. Fake your ass through it.
Faking it till you make it.
It is. And it's a number one thing because we're not taught to do this.
Yeah.
And you got to understand a lot of stuff that we're taught to do this. We taught, do you know back in the day, if you were big, you meant that was rich. Now, if you're big, you're fat and you're sloppy and you're lazy. That's what, those are the terms. But it's because that's what it's drilled in us. So you have to constantly validate yourself. And you might have to lie to yourself and say you like your fat rolls when you really don't like your fat rolls. Say it anyway. I might not like my double chin, but you're going to have to say, I like my double chin. You have to convince yourself this. And that's why I say it all the time. So number one rule that I hate. Eli uses this one. Number one rule that I hate more than anything is when people say, that's fake if I tell myself I like something that I really don't like. No, it's not fake. I'm going to uplift myself and I'm going to keep speaking positive things to myself until I do like it, until I do enjoy it, and until I appreciate who I am in my skin that I'm in, regardless if it wasn't the skin I wanted to, regardless of what it is. It wasn't the hair I wanted, it wasn't the eyes I wanted. I wanted light, bright eyes. I wanted green eyes, blue eyes. I don't care. I wanted a skinny nose, a fat nose, big cheek, big lips, big butt, whatever. Enjoy who you are. Fake it until you make it, until you pass through. That is what it is. The number one thing Lydia hates. And people talking about that's fake. No, it ain't fake. I'm going to be real to myself. I got to convince me. There ain't nobody else going to be able to convince me but me. So I'm going to convince me because, again, there's only one Lydia, and that's me. And ain't nobody can do me but me.
And I think that's a big mistake that a lot of people are making because of the fact that you look now and see, like in, the plastic surgery industry, they're making buku bucks because it's almost like an addiction. They start, I want to change this, and then they pay money to get, I want to get my nose fixed, and then we want to get my breast fixed, I want to get this, and they just go on and on and on because they didn't accept what they wouldn't accept. To me, I always tell people, this is what I'm given. Now, this is who I am. This is what I'm going to walk this earth with this person. So yeah, this person could probably be a little smaller or this and that or whatever because, over the years or whatever. But that's easy to fix. I could try to, just diet or do what I need to do, try to figure out what's going to work for my body type or my health or whatever because everybody's different. That's what we understand that too. Because we don't know. We could be sitting there eating the healthiest in the world but not realize there's something that we're putting in our bodies that's keeping the weight on or whatever. We got to figure out what's for us. So what I'm saying is, you got these people who want the quick fixes. Oh, I look in the, and like you're saying, she's looking in the mirror. She's doing right. She's looking in the mirror, going, "Hey, I love myself for what I love every part of me." And even if there's something that's not, she's convincing herself yes, because this is what she's given. This is what she's got. Also, we have to come to the conclusion that when we get older, A lot of times it's harder to lose weight, or sometimes we get bigger. Because me and her talk about it all the time. Like, we thought we were bigger when we were younger back then, and we wish we could look like we was back then. But
you're never satisfied with everything about yourself.
but we are being satisfied with what we are today, because this is what we are today, that's it. But we got all. That's why those people out there making all that money, because you got all those people that every time they get a surgery, and then they go back and go, oh, well, I don't like that. Oh, then let me save up some more money to do this.
They got a whole surgery where they don't even look nothing alike themselves anymore. And you know plenty of celebrities that do not look nothing like they did when they first started. And you wonder what the heck happened. You ain't even cute. You was cuter back then, but in their mind they wasn't, because they weren't taking the time to do their positive affirmation, personal care, and loving on themselves. And there's nothing wrong with doing any of those three things. You want to do that. And yes, you might start off as you want to say. Lying to yourself that you like your fat roll. Lying to yourself that you like your dark brown eyes when you really want them light. Lying that you want eyelashes and ain't got them. Eyebrows and ain't got them. They too thick and I want to thin them and I can't. I'm bald and I'm not bald. My hair's short and it can't grow. Appreciate what you have, because you couldn't have nothing. It could be 8 feet under. I'm saying 6 because you done dug it already 2. They didn't know, so they dug another 6. I'm just saying, in reality, let's just understand that you have to give yourself those positive affirmations. And when you're going through a breakup, a divorce, I don't care what it is. It's a pain, it's a loss, and it's a death, and it's a low self-esteem. If a man is cheating on you, it hurts, and you feel like, what do I have that person don't have? And then you go, when I saw that person, I know I look better. I'm not understanding. So then you start challenging your own worth. And then if a man just says, you know what, I just don't love you no more. What did I do to end that relationship where he doesn't love me anymore? Or what did I do to end that relationship where she doesn't love me anymore? It has nothing to do with that. Stop taking on the blame that is not yours to take on. Me and Joanne here, we are 2 different skin colors. And I can play around and call her light brown. She can call me darky. We can't. No other race could do this. Just telling the truth here. But we can have that inside joke and talk about each other in that way. But regardless of anything, I think she's a beautiful person inside and out. And that's what I love. And she thinks the same thing about me. And that's where we go. She can go, oh, well, Lydia has high self-esteem. Because Lydia's in that dang mirror all the time talking about how beautiful she is. And she's taking that understanding. What I'm telling you to do is not something I haven't done. Me going through a loss of a boyfriend, my husband cheated on me and broke my heart into a million pieces, and my heart had never been broken that hard until my husband did it. I know all the emotional roller coaster, and what I didn't like is that I had low self-esteem from it, and I had to start picking myself back up and say what I am. And then he had all these different girls, and I'm like, nobody want me. You know, I'm like, what's going on? Nobody want me. And it was something I never experienced in my life. So I was like, oh my God, I don't know how to handle this. But I realized now, and I realized today, and I had to do it then, is I have to always continue to tell myself I'm beautiful. It can't be a day you miss. Don't miss a day. Every time you look in the mirror, if you're taking a picture, tell yourself how beautiful you are. Take the best poses in the world, because you are you, no matter what. The shirt I have on right now says, what does it say, queen? Because I am a queen. Okay, in reality, I love the shirt, but it ain't long enough for me. Did you see I'm still wearing it, right? Because you know what? Regardless of anything,
and she been on the queen shirt for a while, y'all.
You know, I'm not.
She gonna wear that shirt.
I'm gonna wear it. You probably see it at every show, and you can talk about me if you want to. But I'm a queen, and I want my queen shirt. So I got me one, and it's too short. I like long shirts. I don't want to ever show my belly, and that's just the way I am. And there's plus size girls that don't mind showing their belly. Showing their belly. I'm gonna tell you right now, I can be skinny. I don't want to show my belly.
I don't.
That's me. Now, the only time I might show my belly when I get skinny is when I wear my 2-piece. Because I never wore one. But he might only get me to do it once. And that's all right. And there's nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with the person that do want to show their belly, and there's nothing wrong with me who don't. We all are individuals, and we all want to express ourselves our way. And there's nothing wrong with expressing ourselves the way we want to express ourselves. So remember that. So to answer that question, affirmation, self-care, confirmation from yourself. So it doesn't matter if somebody never gives you a compliment in the world. You giving yourself a compliment every day before you go anywhere, and every night before you go to bed. And pretty soon, you have to find other things to give yourself a confirmation. Pretty soon, I just love you. Look how gorgeous you are. You are just scrumptious. You whatever you want to say, you're just gonna start saying it. But it's gonna take a while, and it's not gonna happen after 1 or 2 times. If you come to me and say I did it for a week and then didn't do nothing, we're gonna have problems. Because it took many years for you to feel the way you feel about yourself. When you was a baby, you was not going to there. I didn't like my nose. I didn't like you didn't do that when you was a kid. It was all this stuff when you see all these different magazines and you see all this stuff that started slowly convincing you. So after a year of you giving yourself nothing but positive confirmation and it doesn't affirmation and it doesn't help you, then tell me, Lydia, it didn't work.
Right.
I did it every day, morning, noon, night. Matter of fact, every time my camera came in my face, I did it. Every time I saw a mirror, when I was washing my hands, I saw a mirror and I said it, and it never changed. Come to me with a complaint then. You come to me, you're talking about some week or 2 weeks. No, you're going to have because you still, the reason I say this because society doesn't change because you're starting to change your mind.
Right.
And it takes a long time because Satan is so busy making sure you don't feel loved about yourself. Exactly. He's making sure of that. So you're going to see magazines with girls like, the perfect.
And once you start really truly feeling it inside, that's the thing. Once you do start truly feeling it inside, like she said, then that's when the stuff's going to come your way and you really going to have to be strong because when you actually feel good about yourself, then all of a sudden some big major negative thing comes and you're going to have to be able to feel good about yourself enough to not let that bother you.
But once you start convincing yourself, it can come your way and it passes right over. Right. You don't even know that. Oh, you was talking about me. I didn't even know. Stop it. You were talking about me. Shut up. You won't even know. But also when you do your positive affirmations, please don't do this. Lydia, you're gorgeous. You're beautiful. These fat rolls I don't like. Gorgeous. Look at me.
That ain't.
Lydia.
That's not right.
You are the bomb.
That's not right.
Well, that wasn't affirmation. That wasn't confirmation, and that was nothing. You ain't gonna put a stamp
make that believable at all.
You have to convince yourself. Yes. So your goal is when you get in the mirror, you're convincing yourself. Act like you're trying to give yourself to give you $1 million for how beautiful you look. You are trying to win a modeling contest for whatever it is. Whatever you don't like about yourself, that's the contest you're winning. I don't like my nose. Ooh, wow, your nose is all boy. Look at that nose. Look at that nose. You want to no. That's what I want. I want you to lift yourself up. Yes, it's going to be hard because you're looking at yourself like, ugh. But after a while, you're going to really start looking at your nose. I'm like, but my nose is really cute. I don't even know why I didn't like my nose. What? It will automatically start changing before you even notice it.
And the thing about it is what people have to understand too is we're all unique. You know what I mean? So when you realize that too, it could be like our perception of somebody that or perception of like what ugly is or this and that. It could be the most beautiful thing to someone else. So just always know that even we may feel a certain way about somebody, what we look like, but there's somebody out there that thinks we are beautiful. Yes. You know what I mean? Like, God made us, so, you know what I mean? We are beautiful, but there's somebody on this earth that believes that we can look and be like, wow, you're gorgeous, you're beautiful, this kind. And you'd be like, what, really? You know? Because I've had that issue where I had no idea that people thought that way about me because I didn't feel that way about myself a lot of times. So I was like, they're like, you don't know that you're beautiful? And I'm like, no. But it's like, they looked at you the whole time. You know what I mean?
And even though people gave you that compliment and said that, did you ever go back in and go, oh, I see what they say? No. You still feel not happy about it. Even though somebody can say, I've always liked you, or you are always gorgeous. Yeah, I can go tell people this. But it still didn't convince myself, and me telling everybody that somebody said I was gorgeous, and me going to tell everybody and saying that is me trying to convince myself. Don't try to convince yourself. Get your butt up, go to the mirror, and tell your ass how beautiful you are, and be happy for that.
And also, I would like to say, too, make sure that outside positivity matches up with the inside, because nobody wants somebody that is beautiful to have a crappy inside and attitude and personality. You could be the ugliest thing out there and be that beautiful, bombest person, or because the personality is on point. I have met people like that. Like you want to gravitate to them because they're just so amazing. So we could be the most beautiful things in the world, but if we have the ugliest personality and we're treating people bad, that you're still ugly. You know what I'm saying? So make sure that those things match up as well. Because at the end of the day, we want to make sure you're beautiful inside and out.
And if you don't know you have a bad attitude, ask people. No, because I've heard so many people tell me, oh, I just have the most sweetest personality. Oh, I'm just a nice, I love people. I want to be around people all the time. And the people around you like this.
Yeah, our perception of ourselves is not what other people
perceive it is not.
Of us at all.
It is not.
It's not. So it is something that we do need to. I mean, it's a reality check. I mean, I know for me it has been, because I sure thought of myself totally different than how I was perceived, and then I was like, oh, whoa, I have to look at myself, and see what's going on, and nothing's wrong with that, because we can look at ourselves and we can always change or whatever. That's what we need to do. We need to look at ourselves and what can I do to make myself better?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And nothing's wrong with that. We always want to learn, live and learn. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I believe that. So I believe that. But also I want to thank you guys so much. I want just to actually, for this person that we had the question in the very beginning, and I'm glad that we've had both of those come together. That is what you need to do to make yourself feel better, and then you will be stronger, and you'll be able to get yourself out of that situation. You'll be able to get yourself away from all that negativity, build yourself up, give you strength, and you can renew your life however you want to do it. And like I said, you're gonna be that mother, that strong mother for those children. They're not gonna be disrespecting you no more. And you're going to make sure that you are going to feel good about yourself. You're no longer going to feel like you want to kill yourself. You want to feel good about yourself and know that somebody, that whoever you're with, is going to treat you the way you're supposed to be treated. So we just thank you so much, you guys, for tuning in. We also want to thank you so much. Ask that you continue to please subscribe to us. Continue to hit the like button and also hit the bell for notifications so you can know when we pop up here.
And go to our Talk It Out Show at gmail.com and please leave a message, not a message. If you have a question for us you want to ask, please go to our Talk It Out Show at gmail.com, or you can either comment on the bottom and send us a question that way if you want. But if you want to be anonymous, please send it to our Talk It Out Show at gmail.com.
Yes.
And again, thank you for all that you have done.
Tune in next time on Talk It Out Show.